everyone is well and you had a great weekend. It was Halloween, so I hope you had, whether you like Halloween or you don't like Halloween, hopefully it was good, whatever happened. So here we are, the fourth session of these new online videos. This is the Performing Arts Group. My name is Gemma. Today we are going to do a session about creating a character, a brand new character. However, there's going to be something unexpected about them. Okay, so it's still a little bit inspired by Halloween maybe. So you could go down that route if you want, but you don't have to. All will become clear. So we're going to, each of us are going to create someone who is not who or what we think they are. Okay, so originally we meet them initially and they're one type of character, but then we see another side to them. Now that can be going from, oh, they seem really lovely, to actually they're a little bit mean, or the other way around, or it could be they're so generous and then actually they're not. Just something that we don't expect about them, because I think when we're creating drama and theatre and stories, those characters that surprise us in good and bad ways are the most interesting ones to create. Okay, so before we get on to all of that, we'll do a couple of activities just to warm us up and get us thinking creatively. So we're going to start with a couple of improvisation games and exercises. The first one you may have done if you've ever attended my class before. It's called For You, For Me, For You. What happens is I will pass you a parcel and I'll say for you. You receive that out of your computer screen like magic and say for me, and then I say for you. And then you open that present or package, or it might not need opening. You might already see it as it's coming to you and you can see what it is. For me, for you. And basically you need to react to that object. It could be wrapped up if you want, it doesn't need to be wrapped up. Only allowed to say those three lines, for you, for me, for you, okay? And each time it'll be something different. So you might react a bit shocked, you might react happy, can't believe it, you might react scared, upset, angry, whatever, okay? So we'll do an example where perhaps you will say to me, for you. So you're going to pass me something for you. For me. Mm. 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 Oh. Mm. Okay, so there I was imagining you pass me a little box and in it was an amazing, delicious chocolate. Okay, it doesn't have to be packaged. So this could be another example, something unpackaged. So you're bringing something towards me now for you. For me. Okay, I did not want that at all. It was a slimy, slithery, only a grass snake, not poisonous, but I did not want it. And thank goodness it's scurried away. Okay, so we'll do a couple now where I give you something and it's up to you to decide what it is, okay? What your reaction's going to be. So, first one, for you. For you. And now you're going to react to that. So I'm just going to give us a couple of seconds to react to that gift. Or not necessarily a gift. Okay, so hopefully you've explored that item, you've liked it, put it to good use, carried it off somewhere, whatever you might do with it, okay? Let's try another one. So, for you. For you. So what might that be? Have a little think, is it a good thing? Also maybe respond to the way I'm saying it, so I was secretly for you. Maybe it's something special. Okay, let's try another one then. For you. to react to that one. Excellent, excellent. I wish I could see your reactions. I'm going to just do one more. Now, if you feel like you're only just getting into it and think, oh no, one more, I only just understand what the game's all about, just rewind the video a little bit and do those 4 again. Because now you might be like, I understand now, okay? I'm just getting into it. You can always do that with the videos. Go back and play the game again with a newer, more clear understanding. And I have to apologise, sometimes I do not explain things correctly the first time. And that's the beauty of when we're all in the room together. I can see when people aren't quite understanding and I can explain it better. But hopefully, after this last one, you'll definitely understand it. You can always do them again. Okay, so for you. How might you react to that one? Oh, I think somebody threw it back at me, actually. Fair enough. Excellent, brilliant. Okay, so if you want to repeat those, excuse me, go for it now. If not, we'll move on to the next improvisation activity. So because today is all about creating a character, I'm going to just ask you to create some characters really quickly, off the cuff now, just in your own space. We're not sharing, of course, so just go with your first idea, a bit like when we do the writing. Try not to censor yourself, just go with the first one. It's only going to be 3. I'm going to say create a character that you might meet at, and then tell you a place. Then you're going to press pause on your video and then just take 30 seconds to a minute to become that character, whoever that might be. So I might say, create a character that you might meet on the red carpet. You would then press pause and then maybe you'd be like, hi, thank you so much, yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the film and I'm really excited about the award this evening. I'm in a great category with a lot of extremely talented people, so good luck to them all. Okay, so you might be on the red carpet, you could be somebody else on the red carpet, could be a photographer. Can I have a picture of you? Yeah, this way please. Denise, yeah, smile at me, thank you very much. How are you feeling about tonight? Yeah. Or you could be, yes, I have Brad Pitt walking down the red carpet now. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Pitt, yes. Oh, yeah, we've got, who is this? I'm not sure. Somebody has that list, that's fine. Oh yes, excellent. Hugh Grant's coming down there. Yeah, we have the Queen. Okay, clear the path, please. Clear the path. The Queen is coming, etc. So you could be any character that you might meet on the red carpet. You could be a fan. Can I have your autograph, please? Oh my gosh, I love you. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. You just pause the video, create a character, 30 seconds, a minute, however long. Once you've finished and you felt like you've explored that a bit, come back to me, and this is just about us practicing creating new characters. So, first one, create a character that you might meet at a supermarket. Okay, somewhere that we've probably have all been several times. So, press pause, create a character you might meet at the supermarket. Off you go. Excellent, fantastic. Next one. I'm going to ask you now to create a character, somebody, this is very wide so it can literally be anyone, that you might meet at a train station. Okay, so it could be someone who works there, it could be someone who's visiting, somebody getting on a train, off a train, anything you like, off you go. Fabulous. And finally, I would like you to create a character that you might meet at a police station. So again, with all of these, it could be somebody who works there, who's always there, or it could be somebody who's visiting, somebody who's upset, somebody who doesn't want to be there, wrongfully or rightfully are there. Okay, off you go. Excellent, fantastic. Again, as always, I wish I could see these characters. I bet they've been really fun and really interesting. The final sort of improvisation task we're going to do to warm ourselves up is you're going to complete the scene, basically. I'm going to say something to you as if we were in a scene together, and you're going to carry on the scene and see where it might go. Obviously, I'd love for us to all be in the space together and I'll be able to bounce back off each other, but we can't do that. So it's really going to hand over to you to do a bit of a monologue. That can just be a couple of lines, or you can, well, I would advise anyway, press pause on the video, but it could be a couple of lines, it could be, you know, a bit of a monologue, as much or a little as you like. So the first scenario we're at a birthday party, okay? So maybe set your scene a little bit in your head. You're at a birthday party, maybe some music on, maybe you've got some cake, oh, nice drink. There's a buffet maybe. Presents, maybe it's your birthday. In fact, it is your birthday. I'm going to decide that it is your birthday. It's your party anyway. And so I'm going to say a line to you, then you press pause and carry on the scene, okay? Okay, so at a party. Hi. Hello. Sorry. I know I wasn't invited to this party, but I just really wanted to come. Do you mind? Carry on that scene. Fantastic. Excellent. I'm intrigued. I'd like to know how many people kicked me out of that party, how many people let me stay. Okay, so final warm up now. The scene is a secret meeting in the woods. Okay, secret meeting. And I am going to introduce you to speak at this secret meeting. Okay, and as soon as I finish introducing you, you press pause and you speak, as you might do if you were speaking at this secret meeting in the woods. Okay. May I introduce our newest member of the Magical Society. And that is over to you. Press pause. You're the newest member of the Magical Society. Secret meeting. Excellent, fantastic, great work everybody. Now we're going to start thinking about this character we are going to focus on for the rest of the session. So we've played around there with different characters, magical characters, everyday situation sort of characters. Now we're going to think about this unexpected character. So I've got a couple of examples. So my first one, which I think hopefully everybody will know, is from Harry Potter. So there is a character in the books or the films called Professor Snape, who the majority of the story of Harry Potter, he is quite a negative character. He's not very kind to Harry. You always think he's against him, he's trying to hold him back. There's some issue there, there's a problem, he doesn't like him. And if you know much about Harry Potter, the dark side, people think he is the dark side, he's a baddie. And we only actually find out once he's died that he's actually really good and he was supporting Harry all the time and always trying to help and fight the cause. So he is a character that we always think is bad, but actually is good. Now with your characters, we're going to find out before, it's not going to take them dying to find out what their true character is. So we're going to have two scenes that you're going to create, two small snippets of this person's world. One, which is the first impressions where we see them and we think, oh, that's how they are, or oh, that's how they are. And then the second snippet is going to show some true colours, and either we'll be like, oh my goodness, or we might be like, oh, or whatever. It doesn't have to be as simple as good or bad. I have another example for Halloween sort of inspired. So perhaps you might have a little girl who's really friendly and very polite. Thank you so much. I've had a lovely time. Thank you very much. Really polite and friendly. And then when we see her again, she is some sort of ghost that's gonna haunt your dreams. Bit witchy. So it could be a cute little friendly innocent little girl, turns out to be a ghost. Vice versa, you might want to create a character who's like a ghost who's trying to scare people all the time, and you actually talk to them and they're like, I don't want to scare people. I want to be friends with them. I'm so lonely here in Ghost World. Okay, so if you want to go down a Halloween route, you could do something like that. I've got a third and final example. It could be like an everyday. So we've got the Harry Potter example, which is like sort of in a grander scale of like good versus evil. We've got the Halloween sort of example, and then this is your everyday sort of person. So I've got a grumpy person, a grumpy man in the post office queue who's like, come on, how long does it take? How many parcels have you got? Oh, it's taking forever. Goodness sake. I only want some stamps. And people in the queue think, oh, what a misery he is. He's so grumpy and impatient. And then maybe you come out of the shop and you see him helping an old lady across the street. So there's more to that character than first meets the eye. And that could just be an everyday character. And as I say, I think these are the most interesting characters to play and to watch. So this grumpy character, for example, it just shows that they've got more to them, they've got different levels. Okay, hopefully that's helped. First thing you need to do then is think about, make a decision on the two sides of your character, and then really think about the first initial side, what we see first and what we then assume they're like. I want you to think about the qualities that they have at the beginning in the first snippet. And I'd like you to consider physicality, what they say and how they speak. So 3 things. So there's a couple of parts to this. So you're going to press pause in a moment and do some of this. So you're going to think about your character, what are the 2 sides of them. Then dismiss the second side for 1 moment and really concentrate on this first impression. Think about their qualities, their physicality, how they speak and what sort of things they say. So if this was the little girl, for example, she might be like quite timid and like, oh, hello, sadly, I found myself a bit lost in the woods. Would it be possible for me to come and stay in your house, please? I don't know where I am at all. So she's softly spoken, she's timid, she's nervous, her physicalities are a bit awkward, she's scared. Okay, so that's your first job. Don't think about what she becomes. Think about them in the initial meeting of this character. And so as an audience, we watch and think, oh my goodness, poor thing. Let her in the house, get her a biscuit, a drink, get her a phone. Contact her family. Okay, we care for her, we feel sorry for her. That's your first job. Thinking about the 2 qualities and then focusing on the first time we meet them and what we see. Physical appearance, what they say and how they say it. Press pause. It's quite a lot to do. It's probably going to take you a little bit of time. Really just exploring the space that you've got. Thinking about those physicalities, if you want to make them grumpy or you want to make them so friendly and happy and positive and everyone loves me. But there's always a twist to these characters. But don't think about the twist yet. The initial meeting. Off you go. Excellent, fantastic. So now I'm hoping everybody has got this character that we meet and we will make an assumption of them. What we need to do now is turn that a little bit on its head. Think about the second snippet or scene that we're going to do and how they are different. Again, consider the physicality, what they say and how they say it, and their general qualities. But those are the 3 things to focus on. Physicality, what they say, how they say it. So the little girl who goes from, please help me, might suddenly then be like a stronger physicality and you're not going anywhere. And like really confident, so pointing, and instead of this soft gentle voice, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so she might turn and be this confident, mean ghost child. Okay, so flip your characters on the head now and let's see the other side to them, whether that is good or bad or something else. Doesn't have to be as black and white as that. It could be generous, or it could be kind, thoughtful, miserable to being happy, anything. Off you go. Fantastic. Okay, so you should have a character now that has two sides to them. Your job now is to create two snippets or scenes. One of them at the beginning, you might have pretty much done this already anyway, and one when we see what they're really like, okay? So if you haven't already created a little scene, think about where they might be, why they're saying these things, who they're saying them to, etc. So for example, our grumpy man at the post office, in a post office queue, you might want to build that a little bit. So like you might have him coming in and getting bumping into some, oh, watch where you're going. Oh, look at the queue. Is there only one person on the, oh, ridiculous. Moving forward in the queue. You know, you might want to build up that scene a little bit. And then equally when we see them outside, maybe helping an elder lady across the street, for example, perhaps you have a, are you alright? Oh, you looked a bit unsteady on your feet. Feel a bit faint. Oh, where are you going? Yeah, that's the way I'm going. Come on, just link on. Link onto my hand. Yeah, of course, I don't mind. Don't be daft. Come on, let's go. It looks, yeah, that's fine. Let's go. Let's take your time. Be really kind and gentle and soft, okay? So you might have your two scenes that you need to create. You might already have those. If you haven't, press pause on the video now. Create those two contrasting scenes. Off you go. Fantastic, excellent. I mean, we've covered so much today and we're almost at the end, and what you should have now is two sort of short scenes. The final bit really are a couple of options. So you've got an option to link the two scenes. Now my post office and helping the lady across the street, they're sort of interlinked anyway. And that could run as one long scene. But for example, my little girl and then her becoming a ghost or a mean, ghoulish character, there might be something in between that where she has like a biscuit and somebody leaves the room and then she looks around and she has to change into this mean character, and or she sneaks upstairs and finds, you know, a little boy that lives there and sort of taunts him, whatever. There might be a middle section to link these two scenes together. So an option is to make it into one big scene, including both of those parts, the initial impression of this character and then what they're really like. Another option would be to expand on your character, yeah, to explore the world around them. So if we have got a character who's portrayed as pretty bad all the time, but he's actually quite good, might want to see him, so Snape for example, that character, let's see him at home. What does he like to do in his spare time? If he's actually a good character, does he ever find it hard to put on this front? Does he quite enjoy it? So you've got options there to explore your character's world in a bigger way. Think about what they're like in other sort of settings. Also, you might want to create a long scene that links your two together. Alternatively, you might just want to practice those couple of little snippets a couple of times. Really think about how your physicality changes, your voice changes, and then feel like you've done a good job, which you will have done. So I'm going to leave you with those options and say thank you so much for taking part. I hope you've enjoyed it. I wish I could see your characters. There's always an option to write something under the comments of the video, so you could say, I created this character but then they turned out to be like this, and I would really love to read that and just hear what people are doing at home. Okay, have a great week and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.